pretty excited to get this game going. I was a little concerned that it might not happen, but looks like it is happening. So, um, it looks like we've got Patrick of the Isles, C Squeet, who I've played with a good amount on Snellman, and Mike Drake, who has been on the stream before. Um, so it looks like a good table here. Again, I'm continuing to play fan factions because I'm just not a huge fan of the arena settings. Though that said, I also queued for arena, and this happened to fill faster, so we got that going for us too. Um, I was also queuing for a Fjords landscapes game without fan factions, but um, we're going to take a look at this breakdown in just a second. Um, so let's take a look. We've got temples early, spades round 3, big buildings late with some dwellings here, and all the pass tiles in the game. All the scoring pass tiles. Worker power is out. Um, the 6 coins tile is out. And doesn't really matter. The priest is out. Okay. Um, so whenever you see like all this stuff, it does kind of suggest like alchemists can be pretty good. We get engineers early, which makes sense. Earth rewards. Plus, you often have all your stuff out by this point, so like a sanctuary here and a stronghold here often makes sense for engineers' game plan. So they can't like bomb like a TP round or something late. They depend on shipping to get these out. And if there is a dig faction, then they can be vulnerable to disruption here. Obviously, we also don't know about color neighbors right now. As far as putting in a fan faction, I think that prospectors are always like a pretty nice, relatively vanilla one. Now, obviously, digging with coins instead of spades and not producing priests like the normal way, that is all pretty like non-vanilla, but it's still pretty interesting, I think. Or like it still functions like the way that you expect. They still respect the color wheel pretty nicely. They still gain power as you might expect, like the way that they gain power for digging is kind of similar to alchemists. The way that they gain points for digging is similar to halflings or darklings. They have earth coins, so like this will be nice. It looks like the priest action in round 1 is going to be contested. People want to get that first priest to earth this game. It might actually be kind of a cool halflings game too, because you might be able to get this air spade as well. Especially if you get this and then air 2, then you could get dual rewards on earth and air for halflings. I imagine that this time is being spent for people to like read some of these faction abilities. I have never played the Enlightened. I've never played Children of the Worm. I don't want to play any of these colorless factions. So actually, there's no like these would be fire and ice factions. Okay, so we have Swarmlings picked into C2. It's not the highest scoring track, so it does seem like a pretty good round to open like Stronghold Temple as Swarmlings, try to get out like a dwelling or two, and then maybe Saber Sanctuary for this round just for the scoring. This is one of the tougher maps for Swarmlings, so that's interesting as well. Okay, Time Travelers is cool. That's the other brown faction, other than the Prospectors. So I'm reasonably happy to see them. So I don't want to pick green. It looks like yellow and red are good colors here. Architects we really struggle with, but might be the pick here. I think that this is a cool treasurers game. Now I know that engineers make your game like they make your life very hard, but you can also like anytime that you can open with a big building tile, that's really good for treasurers. Um, that said, like the last round scoring like this is just not great. This is pretty good for treasurers late, but this is not. Um, the ship tiles being in the game is good for treasurers because that's the only way that you can really expand, I think. Um, Architects, as we said, are pretty interesting. Black can be okay. Goblins are a pretty strong faction overall. That said, black will be sandwiched, so I think that red or yellow is probably just the right pick here. Archivists could actually be fun. So archivists get points for they get extra passing. So in a game with all four of the scoring pass tiles, they could be pretty fun. And we also get to toss in an extra pass tile as well with archivists. So they might have like a fun kind of passing rivalry with swarmlings that I might find kind of fun. Yeah, archivists might be kind of fun here. The alternative is red, right? I mean, it's definitely cool to do the architects. So it's between architects for me and probably the archivists. Um, Architects get really screwed by engineers digging this hex, so let's go with archivists. They're not that strong in this map, so I think that it'll be pretty interesting. See how this goes. Two power tiles are in the game, so I do anticipate that swarmling or that engineers are likely to be able to get F3 with double dig in round one. They should be able to open with double dig because I imagine that it's going to go big building spade in some order between these two. Those are the two best econ pass tiles, and the 6 coins tile made it into the game as well. So it'll be a very high economy game. The worker power is the only tile that's not in the game that is very good for economy. MLP Nix, glad to catch my stream. Well, I'm glad to have you here. Yeah, I'll explain these fan factions. So the Time Travelers are on brown. So their ability is that they score based off of the round before and the round after. So that includes looping. So in round one, archivists are going to score for TPs, and Time Travelers will score for TPs and for big buildings. In round two, they'll score for temples and for spades. You can't have a round 6 spades round for Time Travelers because they can't advance their digs. But that's kind of what's going on there. I actually think that engineers is quite a good bid. As we said, they're probably likely to get the double dig in round one. They can also just open with 2 temples, which is also very strong, or make a temple in round 2, and that's strong. The bidding is going heavy on engineers, so I actually think that swarmlings are pretty good here because they don't have a color neighbor. We also all know how to play swarmlings, so that also makes them a little better than normal. Swarmlings can take a 4 action round 1. They can simply go strongholds, then temple, and then pass, and then they probably get double spade in round 2. The other thing that swarmlings can do is they can have a longer round 1, and they can make their temple for either water 1 or earth 1, and they can take like a cult bump or something because, again, only 2 of the very good economic pass tiles are in. And they can also look to buy the priest. I think that swarmlings buying the priest with their first action looks quite good here. Neither of these actually looks that good on this track. Archivists want to open with a stronghold in my experience because they don't get cult rewards. So I actually think that archivists are the worst faction here. So this archivist ability is they don't get cult rewards, but every coin on a pass tile also gives them 2 power. So they're really good about passing. And also, once they build their stronghold, you notice that there's an extra pass tile in the game. Once they build their stronghold, when they pass, they get to take 2 pass tiles. So if they can pass onto 2 scoring pass tiles, that's super strong. Time Travelers are cool because they have Time Travelers got nerfed as well. They used to have 9 power in this pool. Wow, yeah, like the starting power I feel like has really hurt both these factions quite a bit. This is the last point I'm going to put on. Yeah, exactly. So Time Travelers, it's good to open economically because they're a scoring faction. You're often going to see Time Travelers end the game with like 40 to like 60. I mean, 60 is very high, but their passing points or like their track points are very often higher than everyone else's. Archivists, I think I'm opening with a big building tile if I'm Archivists. Is it the big building tile or is it the spade? It's actually not that clear which one it should be here. These guys just seem better because they open with more power and they're going to produce more power. So I am just still going to put one more on Swarmlings, and then I promise that I will try Archivists after this. I've played a lot of regular factions versus fan factions, but admittedly on stream, I don't think that I've played much of these guys. So I have some bias toward picking Archivists. Yeah, I think I'm ready to try for Archivists. So yeah, I mean, Archivists not being able to compete for double spade really hurts. They also lost in worker income, which they never should have had, to be fair, but yellow is never like that strong of a color, and especially on Fjords, if you're not nomads or fakirs who can like reach other yellows by going through hexes that you normally can't dig through, that also hurts yellow's odds. So I do understand why Archivists are kind of getting the shaft here. As for Time Travelers, I don't really see like their best plan here. I think that you probably open with a stronghold this game, right? Like this is probably an open stronghold, make a temple in round 2 game because the Time Traveler stronghold is really strong economically. You get 4 power from Bull 3 into Bull 1 with 1 action here. So that's why the Time Travelers are being bid right now. I think I'm going to put one there just because it's fun. I think that it is fun to play Time Travelers. This is a fun bid. I do think that engineers and swarmlings are good value here. I just feel like archivists. I forgot just how badly they got nerfed when I put them in. Djinni were probably a bit of a stronger pick. You could temple for air too, and then get this, and then kind of go to town. But so let's see what's going to happen here. Yeah, the lack of cult rewards also hurts archivists. It really makes them want to start with the stronghold as well. It's a good cult rewards game with earth and with priest, earth coins, and these worker and these air events. It's all very good. Yeah, I really put in a faction that looks rough here. But let's look at some starting hexes. I think that we're going to see E8, and then traditionally Swarmlings like to start maybe B1 or G2 or something so that they can be all alone. I think they used to like to start on I3 a little more if the season has like landscapes, so you can build like something massive. Um, so yeah, time travelers should be decent with all this scoring. The biggest question for time travelers is this final round is effectively a dwelling scoring round for time travelers. Can we actually get out a lot of dwellings during this round? That certainly remains to be seen. This round, we're building our sanctuary in this round, like every time, because this sanctuary is worth 10 points. That is fun. A 10-point sanctuary is fun. Um, Between Swarmlings and Archivists, these two factions are going to absolutely hog this stronghold tile, which does make it a bit worse for time travelers. Yeah. FireX is saying how it's a rough game for Archivists because they can't take advantage of cult rewards and they can't contest the double spade. It's pretty awful. They're very reliant on power spades because they can't get the yeah, I think let's see, what's the plan for Archivists? I think that you open with a big building tile. You kind of have to. And then maybe you try to get single dig. God, single dig seems really weak. I think that. God, is it possible to open Stronghold Temple? I don't think that it really is. Oh, so the Time Traveler's Stronghold lets you move 4 power from Bowl 3, the useless bowl, into Bowl 1, the useful bowl. At the absolute worst, that's like gaining 4 coins. Ghostly, why are time travelers not just totally OP with their double scoring? Well, they did nerf time travelers a little bit. They had 9 power here and 3 power here before, so they did get nerfed a little bit. But the reason why time travelers aren't overpowered is that not every track is that strong for them. And also, like, it's kind of a niche case, but they can't advance their digs. So if we think about like why the brown factions that are there, like let's look at halflings, right? Halflings have like you're advancing your digs with halflings basically every game. So you're getting like 12 points there. You're also getting 10 points worth of digs. So halflings have an extra 20 points versus normal factions. In fact, we could say that time travelers. Okay, we've got a game by the way. We're about to demonstrate why time travelers are not OP ghostly. In case you want to see, I can demonstrate very clearly why they're not OP. Because you might have a bad player playing them. We're gonna have to place in front of Archivists, so I'm hoping that they don't place H5 and that I just get to like place here very happily. Because it is very awkward if I get boxed in here and then I'm forced to. Yeah, I can't actually place here, right? Because engineers will dig H3 as well. So if Archivists are here, then I'm in trouble. I know I'm getting a neighbor on E9, so ooh, this could be fun. But Swarmlings would take this right away, right? And then, yeah, Swarmlings would just dig this right away, and then I don't really have much going on here. Engineers might leave me C3 so I could try to bridge town and cross over, but that's pretty awkward. I think that we're likely to get a neighbor here and here. It's not very good for Leech, but we'll place there first. Then we'll see if Archivists come H5. Oh, okay, Archivists are here. Okay, this makes our life a lot better. because now we can place h4. So this does make our lives a lot better. Anyway, I think Ghostly, part of it is that, like, unless you can really sequence your builds very cleverly, you're not necessarily getting that much more value out. Like, you're not guaranteed to be getting that much more value out of your faction ability, compared to like halflings, for example, right? And halflings, you know, halflings also have a better economic advantage, right? Your economic advantage as time travelers only comes from the stronghold, but halflings have the economic advantage that they can advance their digs cheaper. Yeah, which is a pretty important one. I do like time travelers quite a bit, by the way. I think that time travelers are one of the better designs as well because they're also just a little more vanilla. Time travelers got a more flexible build order. I don't think so. I think that time. Oh, you mean in terms of like? I actually think that time travelers are less flexible in terms of their build order, because they really have to hit the track. Because they, like, time travelers, if they're not hitting the track, then they're just worse than any other brown faction. So I think that makes them very interesting. Patrick is thinking hard about this. He wants a neighbor spot, so he winds up picking I4, which is a little tough on me because if engineers dig through here really fast, then that puts some pressure on this H6 hex. That said, I can probably get G6. I can probably get G6 and like town through here. My round 1 dig is going to be on G5 probably. You love that they're relatively normal. I agree. There are some like extremely wild ones. I've never played the changelings. Changelings are just like, or not changelings, the enlightened. Ooh, I got this. Well, this is really good. Hopefully we can grab a single dig. Single digging G5 would be pretty solid. Swarmlings take coins, so they're going to go for a fast round plus double dig. I think that Patrick is... If Patrick had taken this, I would think that they were looking for the priest to heir. But because they didn't take that, I suspect that Patrick's plan is just to have a fast round take... yeah, I suspect that Patrick is looking for a fast round here, without taking a power action. It might just be Stronghold Temple. Engineers are thinking about the fact that they actually don't need to take a power tile. They can take this coins tile and still open, like... Yeah, so engineers can open 2 temples, or 1 temple and a double spade, probably here. I think that they're going to upgrade G4. You never liked the Normal Brown factions? Interesting. Okay, so we get asked for this because if you're time travelers, then your stronghold ability puts stuff from bowl 4 into bowl, or bowl 1 into bowl 3. So therefore, it's a little awkward that you don't always want power move, like so. We're going to keep an eye on Archivist's power. Actually, no, we're just going to take this hex. I think that we probably can't really afford to float this hex too long. Because Archivists could take the single dig action. No, they can't do that. Yeah, Archivists aren't going to double single dig and hard dig that at the same time. And I can always just grab H5 anyway, right? Oh wait, they have the spade. Well, whatever. If they single dig hard dig, then that's probably their fault and not mine. Okay, engineers probably want to secure double dig here, but C-Squeed I know is kind of the Earth One mentality. So MLP Nix, I assume that you are a Snellman player then? It would be better if the 4 power could be moved from any bowl. Yeah, but I think that this is thematic and it's kind of cool. That like, it's annoying because like this isn't like a decision that you normally have to like think about, and it's not a very interesting one. But it's kind of interesting, right? So I do think that engineers should put some, like, they should think about this because H3 could go. If I were a jerk, I could double dig H3 and that would be a problem for them. I think they should also, like, C-Squid has also played with me. He should probably trust that I'm not going to rush Earth 1 here. Have some faith in me, buddy. You played live a little bit, and then you got back to Snellman recently. I see. Well, if you win this division, then we might be meeting next season. I'm currently playing in Division 3, so uh, maybe we'll meet next season in Snellman. Engineers really want to open just 2 temples here, I think. They would love to open 2 temples and then open double dig next round. So my league is so fast. Yeah, I mean that's me a lot. If you look at my games, I'm like by far the fastest player in my leagues. It's kind of embarrassing. Um, so do you have the same username there? Okay, we got a game here. Okay, the double spade does go, but it doesn't take H3. That's pretty interesting. You're in 4-1. Okay, I see. Um, okay, it's the same hexes. C-Squeak is going to just wait to take Earth 1, it looks like. Doesn't want to build the dwelling just yet. Yeah, declines building the dwelling. That's fine. Swarmlings will upgrade, give me some power. Swarmlings could take away the single dig from me, but again, I'm not that concerned about that. I think that they should probably continue to play for the faster round. I'm going to play for more leech. I think again that I can get, like, I don't think archivists are coming after this, so I think that I should be able to get the single spade after this, or Swarmlings might take it away, but that's fine. In that case, I might just snag the priest to air if it goes down that way. This, like, so I don't think archivists are taking single dig, but they could, but they shouldn't come after G5. They do just temple, so that's cool. So Swarmlings now take the double dig, the single dig, then I'm gonna grab G5. But I think that engineers here, they don't have the power to take the priest, so they should just be taking Earth 1, and then maybe templing here for Earth 2 or something. We'll see what they choose to do. Okay, this is good news for me, and I say that because this means that I have to burn fewer power. Like, power management is tricky for time travelers. So I'm going to be putting 4 power into my bull 3 or bull 1, and then I can use the ability to bounce back up. And then I could either take another power action, or I can enter next round with a ton of stuff. C-Squeak takes Earth 1 first. The priest does go, so Patrick is taking a longer round, in which case I probably would have gone for this. I think that was probably a little better if he was going to be taking this longer round, but whatever. We'll do this. By the way, I would have opened with a stronghold here as Archivist. I think that this gives up Archivist's best strength for sure. Mike didn't get a power action, so it looks like he's going to pass first. He's going to get double spade on these two hexes next round. Engineers, I don't know about taking Earth 2 there. I thought that this might have been a double temple play, but I don't really know why C-Squeet's looking for a longer round. I guess the big building and the spade are both good tiles, so that could explain that. But they're also out of leech, so they're not getting another power action. So the question is, are they making another temple, or are they building two dwellings? Oh, the Time Traveler's Stronghold also got more expensive, huh? I was wondering, like, why do I have so few coins? It's because they did this, which is annoying. So Patrick is going to go Temple, Stronghold Temple, or, yeah, TP Temple, Priest to Air, and Patrick should be able to get my tile in that case, which is unfortunate, but such is life. Mike is passing for double dig. It's a shame because I do want double dig, but looks like next round is just my temple round, which is fine. Okay, C-Squeet is going for the other temple instead. So I am going to pass in front of C-Squeet. Both big buildings got nerfed to 4 and 8. God, that's... I didn't feel like that was necessary. I feel like Time Travelers were just like a slightly above average faction. Like, they really didn't need that sort of nerf. Also, oh shit, I took that leech that I shouldn't have. That was a mistake. But it's fine. Mike has to pass here to secure double dig, otherwise I can pass and get double dig. And then Mike really has nothing going for him. He could take the priest here. I actually don't think taking the priest here is awful, because time traveler or archivists really want that that stronghold. I disagree with this temple. Okay, so Mike is passing, becoming player 1. That's fine. Patrick can't pass. Engineers could pass, but they really don't want to. Like, they really want to make this for Earth 1 here, I think, because that's so much econ. But giving up on this cult bump and the temple to get the spade is really bad. But we're getting the spade, which is really great. So I'm happy about that. I think next round we probably just take the coins power action next round. I was considering taking it here, but that's not very good for my power management, because then my power will be in both 1, and then it'll get moved into bowl 2. So I won't have 4 in the bottom bowl here. So I think that, yeah, I think that the right move here is to pass on to the spade and then open next round with the coins action. Then I can temple for a temple. This I do want. And then next round I can temple for, maybe it's, I wonder if it should be air 2 or earth 2. Probably earth 2, right? It could be earth 1, but it does seem like there is economy on these pass tiles, so maybe it can just be earth 1. Not sure. So this is pretty nice. Just get this spade. If I'm engineers, I think I'm just passing here for the big building tile. All I need is workers right now, because they have the 2 dwellings that they can build already. But they're 1 worker short, so take it away from swarmlings. Actually, I'm saying that because I just obviously I want my opponents to hurt each other, so I don't want engineers to take this cult bump, and I want them to take away from swarmlings. But in reality, it's probably fine for them not to do that. Um, Archivists are opening with a double dig. Then I mean, the thing is, this big building tile isn't that good for engineers. Like, passing out to 6 coins is also very solid, so it's pretty tricky here. Um, they don't have that much use for spades next round specifically. I am 1 worker short, which is awkward. So I think that I open coins, then I take workers, and then oh wow, wow! I didn't see that coming. Wow, that's wild. Engineers burned down to 5 power in round 1. That's that's wild. Yeah. Um, that puts a lot of faith in your ability to get other spades, which I respect. I respect the grind here. Um, Engineers can buy the priest next round and send priests, double priests to air. Now that seems a little iffy, but I think that it's okay. So swarmlings are also facing a tough decision here. Um, and I won't comment too much on their game, on Engineers' game. I don't think that that was great. I think that they could have been a little greedier, but this was probably like what they would consider to be a safe decision. Um, I think that they were worried about some stuff going down, and I don't entirely blame them for that. We would love to take spades next round, but I think that really we should just be focusing on taking. Swarmlings also face a tough decision here. They don't take the big building tile. I think that it's a mistake for engineers not to take the big building tile now. Giving that to Swarmlings after this temple is pretty iffy. I thought that they could use their, like, the cult bump was the thing that they could have done, but since they built a dwelling to get that economy, I really like this more. They do pass early, yeah. This is good. I think that 2 of my opponents have slightly hurt each other here, and that's always good news for us. Um, the economic pass tiles don't seem to be quite as contested, so that's also nice. This hex is going, I just realized, by the way. I think that time travelers or the archivists are taking 2 brown hexes here, so that's a bummer for me. They're going to take c4, e6, which is sad times. They take the coins. And it's a spade scoring round for me. I'm just going to do this. Actually, I could come here. That would be funny. But this is important for connecting. So I just got 4 points for that. So I'm not getting temple points currently. So that's a bit of a bummer, but C3 gets priest to earth. That seems pretty good. Our next action is this. Swarm looks like water 1 first instead of earth 1. That seems interesting. I would have taken earth 1 there as swarmlings, but it's understandable because they do need to secure a power spade here. They like save your priest to whatever. You're gonna get either fire or water. Yeah, they take the dig, which I think was easily the right call. There's no town scoring in this game. Oh no, yeah. So I could bump this, and then grab h5, and then take a workers town. No, the workers action went away, so I don't think that I'm in contention to make my temple anymore. I really thought that I was going to get that workers action. Okay. Back to a power situation we're happier with. Engineers will build this hex, so I do get a little bit of leech, but it's not much. All right. How bad is it? No landscape, so Earth 1 a little less good for swarmlings. I agree. That is true. And also, Earth 1 wasn't points for swarmlings this round. So swarmlings are going to pass now, I think, and secure double dig next round. They can pass onto this and then get double dig next round, which is really quite good. We'll just build this. So what I can do here is I don't think that I can make this temple anymore, right? If I make this TP and take a workers town, I don't have the coins. Let's do some counting. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coins. No, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coins. Okay. I think I have exactly enough stuff to make a TP, take a workers town, and then temple for... It would probably be Fire 1. That's all to fight for 4 points in a priest production. Is that actually worth it? Alright, Mike is going shipping. Extra shipping. So what's he coming after? I don't know what hex he's targeting here. I guess it's B5, A8, and then he's coming around to C8. So he's going to this, and then he's going to take away this town from me. That's a bummer. I might have to look to make a town down here, but that's a lot of spades. Yeah, so that all sucks. The other thing I can do is I can just pass next, like, I can pass and I can just make my TP next round, right? I miss out on a priest production, but like I'm certainly not taking a 2 key town here, am I? Like it's 3 more points to build a TP this round. I don't get the temple up, but how badly do I need this priest? We're talking about taking a workers town, which is not the greatest town, just that I can make a temple here. And the temple is going to be for like Fire 1. It's not even going to be for like a very good temple. It's not the 2 key town either. Like the 2 key town is something worth fighting for, but next round advancing my shipping is good because I can get to here, but I probably don't get this. And if I make my temple a little later, then I should be able to get a scoring favor instead. So I think that the right move to do here is just to be an adult and pass onto this maybe. This is like, and then open with coins, and then we'll figure out our lives after that. It's a little sad, but it's also looking like we're only getting 1 town this game, which is really rough. The archivist going so ship happy is an issue for us. But yeah, like I didn't anticipate Archivist coming around to A8 and then probably taking away these hexes so quickly. So that's a problem. We are going to need some magic in terms of the scoring track to help us out here. Engineers should be taking E4 at the beginning of next round. That might be good. So what do we actually want? I think we want coins, a priest. Yeah, our walls are closing in on us, huh? So is Mike gonna dig G7? I don't understand this move. I actually think that this might... Oh, okay, he can still build A8. Okay, I see. B5 just wasn't as meaningful of a dig, and now he does have tempo on C8. Okay, this is fine. So it's going to go single dig, double dig, I guess. Single dig on H3. No, single dig should probably go here. And then it's going to go double dig. I could take away double dig and then see what happens. Swarmlings, it would kill Swarmlings 2-key town. The only thing is I don't have a great hex to double dig. It would probably have to be H3. And then Swarmlings, and then Archivist might just get the coins. No, Swarmlings should take the coins in that case, because C-Squeed's taking single dig. It might throw people into some slight disarray. And I think disarray might be a good thing. So let's do this and just see what happens. Panicking, taking a priest town. Didn't think that through. Didn't think that through. I thought BGA was supposed to like warn me with audio or something. We're gonna put our thing a little higher so that way I can actually see it. Okay. So as expected, the power spades go away. Basically, I would have taken D6 and tried to go these hexes, but Archivists again were extremely aggressive at shipping. So we'll take this single leech. Patrick does take Earth 1. Seems good. Archivists again have tempo on that. We're always doing this, so doing that quickly. I think we can build multiple TPs now. I think that we're probably going to build 2 TPs here. And then it might be 2 TPs, 2 dwellings or something. Actually, hold on. Next round is the dwellings round. Let's get really creative and build 2 TPs, 3 TPs here, and then we're going to build dwellings next round. So this is good for Leech. So this priest becomes my shipping plan for next round. And then I try to get, well, I mean, E6 should never stay. Actually, Archivists have to hard dig this now. Otherwise, I can advance ship and grab this hex. I will do that if Archivists aren't careful here. I think that they should respect that. They should, but you never know. If they don't respect that, then I am taking e6 here. Patrick takes a worker so he can build this. Okay, he does take e6, so that's good. He can't... I need to actually probably take g7 here. No, it's fine. He gets 1 hex out of g7. Is he going to rush g7 next round? I don't know. That's 1 hex for me. Do I have any other hexes? He probably wants, like... C3 is also good. I don't know. We're going to keep building TPs because it's kind of fun. And at that point, this sanctuary might just be for... This sanctuary in this round, the 10-pointer, might just be for air 1. And then in the final round, I can just make temples. I guess I need to make sure that I have the worker production to build that sanctuary at this point. Engineers do not have a lot of structures out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess I'm one to talk. I only have 6 structures out. Only archivists really have built out a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay. Not right for me to ding engineers for that. Wow, did they take some massive leech from me? Because they took a single dig early, and now they're down to this again. I will say I'm probably helping Swarmlings, actually, by taking the digs out of the game. Like, I didn't take the 2-key town, but without taking the 2-key town, and, like, Swarmlings just look pretty happy again, so... Archivists might pass onto this. I guess their stronghold is coming out next round. That's what I should be understanding from this. They advance ship again. So now they can build e3 whenever. Okay. I think the doctrine of it's cool says that we're supposed to do this. Okay. We're going to get onto scoring tile. It doesn't matter which one. It should be worth a reasonable number of points no matter what. This probably could have been a ship town instead of a priest. Okay, so engineers are going to pass onto this. Or the spade is actually still good for engineers. Maybe they'll leave this pass tile open, because that's probably my best one. Funnily enough. Yeah, they passed for the spade. So archivists are going to pass for the... Oh wait, are swarmlings? No, swarmlings aren't done. Swarmlings have to use their TP action. So they're going to pass... They're going to be getting... They're not going to be getting this, because I will take this before Swarmlings can pass. Okay, C-Squeak commits to it. Swarmlings use their Swarmlings action. They're going to take a very fast round if they can. They're going to have a dig, and then a TP, and then they're going to pass right back onto this. They'll be able to get the 2-key town next round. So it doesn't look like I've slowed them down that considerably. So how should it go here? It should probably go... How did Archivists get back up to so much power? I thought that they were at really low power. Oh, I guess I gave them some leech. Whatever. I have coins now, so I'm actually not that concerned there. I'm more concerned about my hex tempo. Temp ship is actually pretty good. That means that I can take this. But I think that the points are just too valuable for this. I'm obviously playing like a very scoring heavy game here, not so much a an economically driven game. So I need to advance my ship, and then I'll see if I can still get this hex. I think engineers need to open with a dig, so it probably goes here. Patrick has to decide between whether he wants some scoring potential or if he just wants coins. And I think that the answer is actually he just wants coins. Because, yeah, it's going to be a very fast round for swarmlings. Their round is like single dig, build this, trading post, pass. Here's the water 1 rush, which I didn't even think about. I'm just so not concerned with taking favors right now. Though maybe I should be. I could take Earth 1 here. Earth 1's not bad. Mike takes coins. Patrick can finally get a double dig. It would be pretty funny if I took that away from him, though. And he actually... I think I have to do this anyway. Then we'll see if we can get a temple. My dream here, I think, is temple for Earth 1 or G7, H2, F2. And it might just be temple for Earth 1 and I don't get G7 and I get these 2 hexes. I don't think that archivists can continue to just hard dig my hexes like that. It doesn't really... It's not that good for them even to keep hard digging my hexes. They need to focus on their own hexes so that they can make towns. They need to spend their workers so that they can make... This looks like a sanctuary town. This looks like a stronghold town. So they need to spend some time building up as well. Patrick might be... Okay, finally takes I4. This is obviously good leech. Yeah, I think that it's okay to go for a temple here instead of securing G7. Because if archivists really want G7, they can just take it now. But if they don't care enough about it, then I can just build. Then I should be able to get it. Engineers take the 2-key town. So that takes away a point source from swarmlings. But swarmlings are pretty happy with that because they are still getting all of these. I don't know if he screwed up his conversions or something. He took 3 power, so I think that he's fine. The question is that actually that good for engineers? They settle on it, so it's fine. So yeah, the archivists build a stronghold. Okay, so I am getting this out. So real quick thought, we are taking -2 points, but we should be getting +4 points with a temple for Earth 1. It might require me to take a workers action, but I'm okay with that. There's no way that this hex should be getting hard dug now, I think. There's just too much to do over here. Patrick is going to make this now. No, he builds I5. Okay, so he's going to take his own town. So he's actually taking... This is a little risky for Patrick, I think, to take a longer round, because you could lose this. I guess Patrick is always after me. So whenever I pass, Patrick is going to get stuff as well. It is my dwelling round, so unfortunately I can't pass. Like, I could pass for this, but I don't think that that's the right play. I just took Earth 1, so I could have actually passed earlier to get the big building tile, but I think I might just be stuck with the longest round and no pass tile. And I think that that's okay. I'm going to get 10 points, and I'm going to get Air 1 next round. I should be beating Swarmlings on at least network scoring, so I do have that going for me. But for anyone who is afraid that time travelers were OP, I hope that I am convincing you otherwise with my astounding play here. Wow, this is a long round for engineers too. This is air one, I suppose, right? Like, yeah, this rebuilds the economy after sanctuarying for water one and is also air one points. I didn't hate that. Um, Secures the single dig first. Yeah, there's no rush on air one. They changed the UI to no. This is definitely because of the time travelers heroic logic. Because this is the round that we're in, but I'm scoring points for digs and for dwellings. And I probably should have remembered that I scored points for digs this round before I just didn't do anything because I completely forgot that. So that's my bad. We do need to use our time traveler's action. Oh, Archivist took both of the scoring tiles now. I see. So I actually need to have like a reasonably long round next round to secure scoring. Um, that's super interesting. I think that's why Swarmlings made a mistake. But oh no, they saw that they were losing this anyway. Okay, fair enough. So let's do this. This is a pretty big blow to Swarmlings, I think. Um, Now they'll live. They're still a very strong faction. They probably, yeah, okay. They take their Swarmlings action, give me a little bit of leech. They cleverly took it so that they put it in the wrong bowl for me. This is like the bowl that I least wanted in, bowl 2. But at least we're gonna get some Earth 1 points, and Earth 1 is great, guys. Don't know if anyone ever said it, but Earth 1 is good. Engineers, by the way, have a little bit of trouble with connecting. Again, they've built up a lot, but they don't have access to the double spade, so they will have to get D2, A7, C6, A9. Oh, okay, never mind. They can connect through the center, right? But they need to ship to I6 and then take this and this. I don't know. It's a little awkward. Little awkward connection path for engineers. They need a fair number of spades to go with like all those grays. Here's air 1. And I think that if I'm Swarmlings and I'm making another temple, or then I'm making a TP. Oh no, they're gonna secure E4 probably. They do have this spade, so that is good for them. They can also advance their ship so that they're ready to come down and do other stuff. No matter. We're building dwellings. Don't know why I built it there instead of here first, but oh well. Wow, I've been declined. I actually would have taken that leech of Swarmlings. I often don't take 2-for-1s late in the game, but that was actually pretty good for power management, especially if this priest is going to a cult. The thing about Swarmlings is that this dwellings tile is worth like 0 points to them. They're just going to advance digs. Okay, so they weren't going to cycle their power more. I think that I would have considered putting the priest to air there. Engineers are actually a little annoying on air, and okay, they're going to play greedy and take that. Seems good. I don't know. I might have considered making a TP there as engineers. That might have been a little too crazy though. They need worker production so they can build dwellings next round. I'm passing up 4 points and 2 workers by not building these dwellings. So that's why I'm building these dwellings instead of passing onto this tile. Wow, I think I 100% would have taken this guy if I were swarmlings there. I think that was a little too generous to engineers, personally speaking. Also, engineers are leaving this guy. Oh, okay, engineers are just as happy with the dwellings tile, so that's why they put a priest off. They might undo this move. That was a greedy move to get 1 worker, but I think that they can pass onto this dwellings tile pretty safely. This is a very clever game plan from Mike Chaik. Build a stronghold, have a super fast round, and now this round, Mike can take coins and then advance digs twice, and then he can have the longest round and just make sure that no one else gets a pass tile. Like, he can just have the longest round here, sit on these 2 pass tiles, pass for 1,000,000 points, build all these dwellings, and then make sure that no one else gets passing points. I think it's very clever. This pass is, of course, the right move. I think that when we pass, we'll probably take the spade. Coins aren't really our issue, so we do want to still get out, like, do what we can to get onto hexes. So G8 is like a good connection hex, and it might be the beginning of a town. So we're a little worker short, so we'll take this. Build this. Really, our only obligations next round are to use our spade and make air 1. And the stronghold action. So we have a 3 action round next round. I think that swarmlings are very likely to pass before that. I think that they're likely to take a power spade, make a TP for the other 8 pointer, and then pass right away here. Let's see if I'm right about Patrick's game plan. Nope. Advances on the exchange track. So Patrick is still ahead of me in the passing order right now. I think the most important thing is to make this Air 1 sanctuary. There's no way that I can pass up those 13 points. So that comes first. Oh my god, this thing is so expensive. Okay, I think that the time traveler's action is coming first then. That's not how I want it to go down, but... Okay, next it's the sanctuary. Now I can take this leech. So the reason why I didn't make the sanctuary first is because I don't think it was good for power management. I would have had to put all my power into bowl 3. I would have had to put 4 power into bowl 3, and then it would have started trickling into bowl 2. So, or bowl 1, and then it would start trickling into bowl 2. So that's why I made this time traveler's action first, so I can take leech as much as I want now. But yeah, Patrick is going to get to pass onto this TP tile. I think that's okay. The TP tile is probably only 4 points for me. I don't think that I'm necessarily actually building that many TPs next round, because I don't have water 1. Taking like a temp ship or the coins there might actually be better for me anyway. So I'm going to just say that. You can call it sour grapes if you want, but I anticipate that we're going to see advanced digging from archivists here, along with securing this bridge. I think the bridge probably comes first. So C-Suite's going to build F6 and I6 this round, probably. Might hard dig I6. We'll see. It doesn't need to. So, all right, now let's take our 13-point action. Getting 10 points for that feels pretty good. Archivist will Sanctuary for Water 1 in the final round. I might be able to stop that from happening. I guess Archivist could also just Sanctuary for Water 1 here, but... I don't think that that's the right call. I think advancing digs is probably... Well, there are still some natural yellows to be had. Not a ton, but there are some. Like, they could hard dig H6 and get here. So they don't need to advance digs to get out all these dwellings during this round. So it might just be more worth it to... Because the Sanctuary for Water 1, first of all, it locks up a scoring favor. Secondly, it's 4 points on the pass, so you don't take the penalty of this. Yeah, so engineers only need one more gray to connect. So that's cool for them. Okay, so swarmlings are ready to pass now. Admittedly, I am going to use this spade. I think it's like a little too bad not to use this spade. More leech that I can take. Thank you very much. Can I try to stall for anything here? Engineers can take 1, 2, 3, 4 actions left. 1, 2, 3 dwellings, and then 4, 5. I can take spade, build, priest power action, build. I think I can outstall. I think I can just outstall engineers here if I take this priest. I go priest, dig, build, priest. So I don't love doing this, but I think that this is the way. This is the way that I get a pass tile in round 6. What was that? It was a sanctuary. Okay, so Mike is not advancing digging. That makes us feel a little better. Digging is obviously a very strong way to make points. This is going to be water 1. Mike's a little crunched for space for this town. He will have to advance. Actually, Mike is advancing digging, I think, because this town is just awkward right now. It's 3 digs to make this town. Plus he needs a 4th dig. So I think that, given that he needs 4 digs, we are going to see advanced digging from Mike Chike. And advanced digging means smaller network, which means maybe we can dream about getting some network points. Seems iffy though. Again, we think that engineers only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actions left. Yeah. They don't even have that many dwellings, actually, so maybe I could have just not taken that priest and had a little more faith in my economy. Engineers maybe should just... No, they should never pass here. It's 6 points to build these dwellings this round. It's 6 points, or 4 points to build these dwellings this round, and 2 workers. They have to build 2 more dwellings at least. Yeah. So Patrick is going to get that tile, which is pretty sick. Good for him. Um, okay. I don't think engineers can outlast me or should try to outlast me here. Like, hold on, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I need to place 4 actions here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's fine. So I dig this to brown. Do not build. Okay, no one's battling with this hex. We're going to build this hex next. I took this hex because it gives me a chance at making a bridge town through here. I don't think that archivists are going to try to dig through here. So that's just the quick explanation there. This doesn't look like it's advanced digging, so it might just be digging this hex and coming up through here. Engineers look quite strong here. Swarmlings look quite strong. They have a lot of endgame points, and wow, that was greedy. That was crazy greedy. Now I would consider passing as engineers. This is only 1 point. This is only 2 points in, or 3 points in 1 worker. But you get that worker back and you get 8 points. I would really strongly consider passing here as engineers. I really don't like that decision. But Patrick might also see that if engineers pass, then I stand the round, then archivists might just pass as well. So that could be the read that Patrick made there. But I am really not crazy about it. Wow. Okay, so engineers do stay in. Patrick is rewarded for his greed. Oh, nicely done. Can't argue with the results. Well, Patrick also took a air 1 already. Okay. Good thing I didn't get locked out of it, but I suppose that there's no way that archivists were taking air 1 this round. So we could actually pass on to this now. Is there anything stopping us from doing that? Like, we don't score for building dwellings this round anyway. We used our spade. We took all our obligations. It's a little awkward that we don't send this priest to get some stuff, but that's only 4 points, though. There's a chance that I can high roll some more points, right? I was thinking that I was going to get C-Suite's dwelling tile. I don't like that move. I don't need that territory that bad. I need to send priest to fire, so I can sending priest to fire is better because it cycles my power. Oh god, I'm sorry everyone. Here's fire 2. Okay. All the more reason for us to jam the fire cult, I think. So Patrick will now pass. So, all right, let's look at Patrick's Earth 1, right? Patrick got 1, 2. So Patrick had built out 1 dwelling at the time when he took Earth 1. So he got 1, 2, 3, 4 dwellings out. So that's 8-point Earth 1. He got 15 points, and then his Air 1 is worth 7 points. So he got 15 points from a combination of Air 1 and Earth 1, which is pretty decent. So this is all stuff that we expected. Okay, Mike is still in the power spades game. So he's given up advancing digging. So he will get another. He took a power town, which is pretty underwhelming. Now he is passing for 8 plus 9. He's passing for 17. We'll be at 100 or 94 already. And he will get another town. And he may win network. It does look like. No, he's going to get some network points, but it doesn't look like they're necessarily the threat. This TP is iffy, but C-Squeak does stand by it, so it's fine by me. If C-Squeak does stay in this round, I can just make this TP. Which I guess he should anyway. He should try to cycle his power. The Priest to Earth might just be the best here, but Water or Air is also very understandable. Oh, built another dwelling. Okay, that was worth it. My bad. That was definitely worth it. Especially because I'm forced to do something slightly suboptimal here, which is make a TP. It's not out of the question that I get this bridge and I get a double spade. Yep, so the priest action did buy us these probably 8 points, so no regrets there. I don't think Patrick should try to block double spade from us, so I think that our first action next round is bridge. Then it's going to be double spade, and then we're going to build 3 dwellings, and I probably don't have enough coins to build 3 dwellings and make a TP, but we can dream. Okay. So Mike did his thing, but he is getting locked out of pass tiles here. So if we do get this town, I think that I don't hate our position if we get this town. Like swarmlings are out of stuff to do. Building dwellings isn't really points for them. They've already locked out all these cults. They have already advanced their digs, so they can advance their ships for. So let's count their stuff. They're going to open with coins. So they're going to have 21 plus 4 is 25 coins, 5 workers. So 25 coins, 5 workers, 4 priests, 5 workers. So he'll spend 9 of those on advancing ships. That'll get him up to, or 12 of these, so he'll have 13 coins left. Advanced ship, he'll be at 101. And then he'll have this is 24, not 25. So he'll have 12 coins left after advancing ship, 101, 12 plus 7 resources. So that's 19 resources. Let's say you got some leech, makes it 21. So that's 7 points of resources. That would be 108. Passes for 12, 120. 120 plus 28, 148 point game for Patrick, I think. Do I need another town to win? Yeah, I absolutely need another town to win. I don't think that I'm winning. C-Squeak's going to probably just secure I6. C-Squeak made a TP because can't secure I6 yet. C-Squeak is saving power for the power spade, so he missed out on a 2 for 1 there, but he probably didn't need that 2 for 1 that badly anyway, so it's whatever. So our next action is to use our time traveler's action. Then we try to buy the bridge. Okay, Mike bought the bridge. Okay, so I'm not getting the bridge. Mike is going to get 3 towns, and that should be enough to win. So I guess my first action needed to be a bridge there. But then Mike probably just takes the double spade, so I wasn't getting the town anyway. Yeah, there's no way that I was ever getting both double spade and the bridge, so I don't think that I need to worry too much about it. It looks like Mike has this game. 2 towns is just a lot, and he is winning network outright, so So we have 2 dwellings left to build, and then we have a ship advance, and I think that's it, right? In that case, I probably shouldn't be taking leech anymore. C-Squeak floats the single spade. Maybe I should take the single spade here. No, I probably can't take the single spade and still advance ship, right? Oh wait, I already am connected. Am I wrong? I'm already connected? So I can just single spade G3 and then build I8, build this. Yeah, this should be undone. This should be a single spade. This can't be this TP. Or I mean, it can be, but then that hurts the connection quite badly. This is going to get undone, I think. I don't think that there's any rush for towns because Mike can only take one of the towns. It's the ship town. This is going to get undone, I think. Anyway, Temple for Fire 3 looks good if I can afford it. Points plus the Fire Cult. Yeah, I mean, that could be okay. I guess the single spade doesn't do me much, right? I only have 2 dwellings left on my board. So let's see. If I single spade this, can I also build a TP? So, okay, so the coins involved in building out all of this are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can I get 3 coins to go with this? I think the answer to that is yes, I can. So I'm going to try to build out more dwellings. I like that more than templing for Fire 3. Yeah, at the worst case, I can send Priest to Fire. So I think that I kind of like this plan. I don't think engineers are going to meddle this hex, so. We're going to get down to only 3 stuff on our board, which is better than I had thought. It does look like engineers have this, though. They have 15 network. They already have me beat on points because they had an extra town that I'd forgotten about. All they need is a hard dig here. The hard dig does make it a little more awkward for them to make their big building, though. I guess they don't have any bridges, so they don't want the stronghold anyway. Patrick advances shipping, so engineers actually. Oh no, they can connect on A9. Okay, yeah, they're connected either way. They don't need I6. But Patrick could have hit this X, which would have been funny. So what are we ending with? We're gonna end with probably equal network to archivists. Yeah, so we're gonna have 9 network. We're gonna tie with archivists at 9 network. And very few cult points. So yeah, that's basically all she wrote then. Oh, I forgot that Patrick is also going to make a TP for 3 more points. So that's like 151. I think it's like 151-ish for swarmlings, which is, again, I have like 12 more points coming in, where I have 4 points coming in off of this, then 12 points coming out of this. I have 16 more points, 121. Then I have network, which is 130, and that's basically it. So I do think that I'm just 4th place here, I think. 131 is obviously not beating swarmlings. Actually, are archivists getting out that last structure? If they finish this town, that's a hard dig. So that's 4 workers. Then they'll have 3 workers left. I guess they take a priest town and then they can hard dig again. Okay, so engineers are just going to advance their digs to end this game. Or they might go like temple TP. They might actually go temple TP dwelling. I don't think that's that good though. Actually, no. Doing it for fire 3 is pretty good. I probably should defend against fire 3 here, but I can still afford to wait just by making another TP first. I'll give swarmlings some leech. They don't want leech. Three cult wins with 3 priests is pretty impressive by Patrick. Yeah, he also didn't get the 2 key town. So that makes it even better, right? Okay, Mike is surrendering. This might be Mike's surrendering network. I'm not sure. Yeah, he could still take a workers town, but yeah, lots of empty priest slots. That's definitely a function of the fact that I opened with a stronghold, and I didn't. And I should have. I probably should have made the temple in round 2. But yeah, the lack of 2 key town. Like I don't think C-Squeed's 2 key town is very good. I think they probably should have gotten Patrick to take it instead. Okay, Patrick's priest just goes there, or that priest just goes there, so that's good. No, that doesn't mean anything. This could still be temple TP. Whatever. I am going to do this. I don't think engineers should try to temple for fire 3 because, like, swarmlings have nothing to do with their priests other than send them to fire. Or they bought the priest for insurance, I see. So yeah, this is like a 4 points on the cults type of game. Mike is going to have 6 points on the cults, which is going to be enough. Looks like. But I might get 3 more network points than I had thought, so I guess we got that going for us. 137. Mike does need 1 point of leech to make his dreams happen, so I do hope that he doesn't get that. But he has me beat here, I think. Don't give him leech, guys. Don't give Archivist leech. 6 points away from me, so like we definitely don't want that. All right, engineers. I would just advance my digs if I were engineers. That would be 115, 121, or 119. Plus 18 points from network is 137. Plus, okay, the 2 key town was actually pretty good. That's my bad. Plus 18 here is 155. So engineers do have this with 155. I think I calculated Patrick at like 151 or so. Yeah, he's got 4 resource points after sending Priest to fire. So that's 108, 120, 148. Oh, only 148. Okay. Wait, I only got to 13 network? Am I not connected? Why is this 13 instead of 14? Oh, I didn't advance my ship. Oh, so I didn't connect. Right, I forgot that I needed the ship advance. So the single dig actually did cost me, right? Like, yeah. The single dig did cost me because I didn't get my ship advance off. So 134 it is. And archivists have 9 network. Patrick faces a decision here. Obviously, the decision is to send it to fire. I got the same amount of network MLP nicks, that's correct, but I think that it's worse because the TP didn't get me anything. The TP only got me this. A ship advance was worth 3 points. So, I guess I got an extra dwelling out. So the extra dwelling was 4 points. This was probably just like, I think it's about the same because I actually built an extra structure. The extra structure was worth 4 points. And it's an air 1 point. So I don't know what I do with my stuff instead. I guess I temple for fire 3 instead. Fire 3 ship advance is probably very slightly better. I got to use the priest somewhere else, but this priest doesn't do me anything. I guess it theoretically might prevent an engineer's fire 3, but that's not that good, right? C-Squeak put a priest onto another track. C-Squeak's considering fire 3, but really shouldn't because swarmlings can just respond with fire 2. This is not good. This is not a good fire 3. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess it's not terrible. Sometimes you just want to do stuff, and engineers can do, like, engineers can't afford to make the 4 points from that worth it, I guess. Yeah, it's 4 points, so it's whatever. I mean, they've already won either way. Like this stuff doesn't really matter. They already had the game won. Our issue here was that we didn't produce enough priests. So I do wonder, like, I do think that templing for Earth 1 was probably better there. Or templing for Fire 1, I think was probably better early in the game compared to what I wound up doing. But yeah, C-Squeak should not have made this. Probably just didn't need to make this temple. It's gonna net him like 4 points, I guess, but that 4 points just could have also been advanced digging. It actually probably needs to be Earth 3 to prevent Mike from shooting at the Earth track. Yeah, it's actually Earth 3. Templing here for Fire 3 isn't that good for Patrick, so I don't know what he does here. This is 1 resource point, 119. 119 plus 2, 4, 8, 127. Is that a draw? This looks like a draw between me and Archivists. Patrick has a chance to kingmake here? No, he would only kingmake against me. Yeah, the temple is 3 resource points for 2 points. And it also costs an air 1 point. Templing here is not good for Patrick. He should just pass. Yeah, I think that we tie for last place, which is kind of foreseeable, right? Like, so I think that this town was probably not worth it. I have to think that just advancing digs, instead of like taking this town, just advancing digs and getting some better towns was better than like doing this. And me getting this is probably better as well. Taking the bridge took some points off of me. Yeah, I mean, so Mike took points off of me. So like he bought himself third place or like a tie for fourth place. I don't know. I don't know which one it is. Like if it's a tie or if he bought himself third place. But we're both like 10 plus points behind swarmlings and engineers. Advancing digs is 12 points. So like skip the fire too. Advance your digs. You can build on just as many hexes and like give up on this town. I think that was a better line. You might get even build on more hexes with a dig advanced line, but it's whatever. Like he chose the line he did. So we wind up tying for last instead. I also think that, I mean, to be fair, you don't really have much to do with your priests other than advancing, but I really think that the right thing to do as archivist at this game was to do what I said, which was just, yeah. I think that just opening with a stronghold was probably better for archivists, honestly. But such is the game. He wound up heavily shipping, and I mean, I think that shipping this much for only 13 structures is also quite a disappointment. But obviously, I'm like a little bit salty because I lost. But I do feel like his decisions hurt me. So it's a bummer. We didn't beat anyone. We also ran out our timer, which kind of sucks. But yeah, not too much to say about this one. In the end, I don't think that Mike made awful decisions. Like taking this fire 2 was probably the right move because I actually took air 1. If I don't take air 1, then maybe Mike doesn't take it either. Then maybe Mike takes air 1 and advances digs. But he did probably want a temple at some point. I don't know. Like he did wind up using his priest to get like a couple cheap cult points at the end, so maybe it was fine. Ghostly, you think that the double dig should have gone for the sanctuary town on the top right? The reason I didn't do this was because Mike was already advancing shit very aggressively. Mike could have built C8 already. Now, maybe I could have bridge towned onto E10, like a little earlier. That might have been like the other alternative. But this track also just wasn't that high scoring. Asterin, thank you for the follow. Welcome to my stream channel. All right, so let's take a quick look here. We played a slowish game, but I mean, we weren't the slowest player. This wasn't that slow. So what did we take this round game? We didn't get any coins actions, so that sucked. Mike took all the coins actions with Earth 2 and still managed it. I just don't think that this was a good... I just don't think that this was great. Like, if this is like the grand sum of Earth 2 and 4 coins actions, you did something wrong, right? I don't know. I took a lot of spades. Admittedly, my game was also very inefficient. I took a lot of spades to not get very far. Like, this is a hilarious amount of spade actions. I did take this to get onto a pass tile at the end of the game, but still wasn't great, right? We did get a lot of coins from conversions. We still were like parity in terms of coins, but 1 or 2 coins actions could have really juiced our game as well. So that hurts. We were workers short, which is a problem. Like we have as many workers as swarmlings or engineers, which is a real problem. But admittedly, that's why we relied so hard on power spades instead. So this is what's fun about time travelers. I had 47 points off the track this game, and that's like actually pretty typical for time travelers. This was like not a particularly high scoring time travelers passing or time track game. So I think that this is really fun. This is why we play time travelers, so that we can do stuff like this. We also got, you know, Earth, like a late mid game Earth one and late game Air one is pretty decent for this. We did okay on the passing. Obviously, Archivists with their single double pass turn, like wound up getting a lot, but they didn't quite dominate this. Swarmlings didn't quite dominate it. We all had a pretty good game in terms of passing. And yeah, just not enough going on in the rest of the game. So, uh, so yeah, I mean, the final round, I think that taking the double dig is still good. I think that maybe we could have tried passing earlier throughout the game to get some more coins actions and stuff, but didn't matter. I think that engineers, like, they were always in a strong spot. They were always going to win network this game. Well, always is a strong word. Archivists did choose to open with a temple, even though they can't get cult rewards. So if Archivists open with a stronghold instead, and they're passing for like the coins and the 2 workers throughout the game, then Archivists are a better network threat as well. But engineers, no color neighbors, no one taking F3. That was pretty assured to be good. So who knows? That's about it. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for the new follow, Azturin. Thank you for the chat. I am going to head off now. Hopefully we'll be back for more Fan Factions games, or maybe arena games, or more Terra Mystica soon. Appreciate everyone. See you around.